before he became an Emmy winner, before he earned Academy Award nominations, before audiences around the world knew his name. Colman Domingo was simply a boy growing up in a close-knit Philadelphia family, surrounded by people who would shape his character, fuel his ambitions, and help him survive life's toughest challenges. Every successful person has a foundation. For Colman Domingo, that foundation was family. Their story is not filled with celebrity glamour or Hollywood privilege. It is a story of hard-working parents, protective siblings, sacrifice, resilience, and unconditional love. And understanding his family helps explain the remarkable man he became. His mother, Edith Bowles, the woman who never stopped believing. If there was one person who stood at the center of Colman Domingo's world growing up, it was his mother, Edith Bowles. Edith was a hard-working African-American woman who dedicated her life to raising her children and keeping the family together through difficult times. She worked in banking while also managing the enormous responsibility of caring for 4 children. Life was rarely easy. Money was often tight. The demands of work and motherhood were constant. Yet Edith carried herself with strength and determination. To her children, she was more than a parent. She was the family's anchor, the family's protector, the family's source of wisdom. Colman has often spoken about how deeply he admired her. She encouraged curiosity. She encouraged creativity. Most importantly, she encouraged individuality. Long before Colman became comfortable expressing himself publicly, his mother taught him that being different was not something to hide. It was something to embrace. That lesson would become crucial later in life as he navigated both his artistic ambitions and personal identity. Edith also taught her children dignity. She believed that regardless of circumstances, people should carry themselves with pride and self-respect. Those values became deeply embedded in Colman's character. Even after achieving worldwide success, he remained known for his humility, kindness, and professionalism, qualities he often attributes to his upbringing. The loss that changed everything. One of the most heartbreaking moments in Colman's life came in 2006 when his mother passed away. Her death left an enormous void. By that time, Colman was already building his career, but losing the woman who had been his greatest supporter was devastating. He has described the experience as one of the most painful periods of his life. Yet her influence never disappeared. If anything, it became stronger. Colman frequently speaks about her memory in interviews. Many of his achievements are dedicated, in spirit, to the woman who believed in him before anyone else did. Even decades later, Edith Bowles remains one of the most important figures in his life story. His biological father. A more complicated relationship. While Colman's relationship with his mother was extremely close, his relationship with his biological father was more complicated. His father was originally from Belize and came from a family with Guatemalan roots. Through him, Colman inherited a rich multicultural heritage. This connection gave him ancestry that extended beyond the United States and linked him to broader cultural traditions throughout Central America. However, his father left the family when Colman was still a young child. The separation had a profound impact. For any child, the absence of a parent creates questions. Questions about identity, questions about belonging, questions about why things happened the way they did. Colman has acknowledged these challenges while also showing remarkable compassion and understanding. Rather than allowing anger to define his view of his father, he developed a more nuanced perspective as he matured. He came to recognize that parents are human beings with their own struggles, limitations, and complexities. That emotional understanding would later become one of the defining characteristics of his acting. Many of his performances are celebrated because of his ability to portray flawed human beings with empathy rather than judgment. His stepfather. Stability during difficult times. After his biological father left, another important figure entered Colman's life. His mother remarried, and his stepfather became an essential part of the household. Although less publicly discussed than his mother, his stepfather played a significant role in helping raise the family. He worked hard to provide stability and structure. In a household with 4 children, consistency mattered. Rules mattered. Discipline mattered. His stepfather helped create an environment where responsibilities were taken seriously. Family members were expected to contribute. Respect was expected. Commitment was expected. These values became important building blocks in Colman's development. Later, when he spent years struggling to establish himself as an actor, the discipline he learned at home proved invaluable. Many people would have given up. Colman didn't. The persistence that eventually led him to Hollywood success was rooted partly in the lessons learned from the adults who raised him. Growing up as the third of 4 children. Being the third child in a family of 4 comes with a unique perspective. You are neither the oldest nor the youngest. You learn from those ahead of you while helping guide those behind you. That was Colman's position within the family. The Domingo household was lively, energetic, and full of personality. There was rarely a dull moment. Like most siblings, they experienced disagreements, rivalries, and occasional conflicts. But beneath it all was a strong sense of loyalty. The children learned to depend on one another. They shared experiences. They faced challenges together. And they developed bonds that would last throughout their lives. His older sister. His first defender. One of the most important sibling relationships in Colman's life was with his older sister. As a child, Colman often felt different from other boys around him. He was artistic, sensitive, expressive. He also struggled with a speech impediment and lisped during his younger years. Unfortunately, children can sometimes be cruel toward anyone who seems different. When bullying occurred, his older sister frequently stepped in to protect him. She became one of his earliest champions. Her willingness to defend him gave him confidence during moments when he felt vulnerable. Knowing someone believed in him helped him develop self-worth. Years later, those experiences would influence the compassion he shows toward outsiders and underdogs in many of his performances. His older brother. Acceptance and support. Colman's older brother also played a meaningful role in his life. As Colman grew older and began understanding his identity as a gay man, support from family members became especially important. His brother's acceptance helped create a sense of belonging. Family support can profoundly affect a person's confidence and emotional well-being. For Colman, knowing that his family loved him for who he was provided strength during periods when society was often less accepting. That support helped him become comfortable living authentically. Today, authenticity is one of the qualities most frequently associated with him. His younger sibling. Growing together. As the older sibling to a younger brother or sister, Colman also experienced the responsibility that comes with being a role model. Growing up together meant sharing family traditions, celebrations, hardships, and milestones. The siblings witnessed each other's growth and development. Those shared experiences created bonds that remained significant throughout adulthood. Even as Colman's career expanded and his fame grew, family remained one of the most important aspects of his life. A family built on love, not perfection. What makes Colman Domingo's family story compelling is that it isn't perfect. There was separation. There was loss. There were struggles. There were financial challenges. There were moments of uncertainty. Yet through all of it, there was love. His mother's encouragement. His siblings' protection. His family's resilience. Together, they created an environment that allowed a young boy with big dreams to believe he could accomplish something extraordinary. The lasting legacy of his family. Today, when audiences watch Colman Domingo command a stage or dominate a movie screen, they see a talented performer. But behind every performance stands the family that shaped him. His mother's compassion lives in his kindness. His stepfather's discipline lives in his work ethic. His siblings' loyalty lives in his relationships. His family's struggles live in the empathy he brings to every role. Long before Hollywood recognized his greatness, his family helped build it. And perhaps that is the most beautiful part of Colman Domingo's story. Before he became a star, he was a son, he was a brother, and the love of his family became the foundation upon which everything else was built.